Hello and welcome to the Metroidvania Review official stream. This week we are doing Blasphemous, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. We had some technical difficulties. We have Nick here with us today. He's going to sound a little odd. We have some microphone issues, but we're just going to have to kind of deal with it this week. Say hi, Nick.
Everybody, I'm talking to you live from a toilet paper tube.
But I feel like Nick is essential, especially with what I'm hoping to do with this stream this week. So we definitely need him on today.
Is that Blasphemous right there?
This is Blasphemous right here. This is the intro scene, and I actually don't know who this character is, and I have 96% on my completion. But that's actually part of why what I'd like to do with this stream. The big reason why we're doing Blasphemous is because it's October and it's a very Halloween-ish game, and I think it's perfectly appropriate for that. I do want to say that there is a content warning. This game does contain nudity and lots of blood and violence, which is different from what we have streamed so far. I put that in the title of the stream as well. Just be aware when you're watching this. I think most people know what Blasphemous is, so hopefully there's not any issues there. I've never marked this channel as for children, even though what we've streamed so far hasn't been inappropriate. But what I would like to do with this stream is that I did not understand the story in this game, and what the moral or the point is, if any, and we may conclude there is none. But it's fun to pretend there is, if there is none, and make up our own. And that's another reason why I'm glad that Nick is here, because I know that he's going to give us some good interpretations as we play.
Just real quick, do you ever find the bones for this baby on the icon there next to Pilgrimage?
I think that the babies show up at every save point. The cherub, I think that's what that is.
Why are they so waggly?
And now we know exactly why. It's great that Nick is here today. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. And so I would love it if you would comment as we play, either on YouTube or live if you happen to be watching live, what you think the story is about as we play. And that is what my focus is going to be on this playthrough.
Waggle, baby.
There's also new content that has been released, but I think it happens only in New Game Plus. It is not the sun rising, but our sins. Anonymous.
What does that mean?
I don't know. We just have...
Like we're committing more sins?
And that is exactly...
This is my guilt.
Oh.
I claim your grievous miracle. Make my chest hurt with regret.
Where'd you go?
Forge your punishment and nail it deep. Shape my guilt once again.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. We're just watching the cutscene.
Oh, okay. You weren't reading the text.
Oh, that's because she's talking.
Oh.
This game has voice acting. So if I'm not reading it, just assume that there's voice acting.
And thus, guilt, repentance, mourning, and every pain of the soul of all kind were visibly and tangibly manifested everywhere and in all of us. Sometimes in the form of blessing and grace, sometime in the form of punishment and corruption. That divine will, equally pious and cruel, which we could not and will never be able to unravel, was called the miracle.
So we're a pile of conehead bodies, and we just happen to be the one that did not stay inert, I guess.
Oh man, what happened last night?
I like how you just smash the potions into your face in this game. Alright, so what we have so far is a lady abusing herself by hitting herself in the chest, and something about a miracle that is cruel and pious. That's
what happened to my microphone. It got by the miracle.
The miracle got your microphone. That should be a good headline for this video today.
Nice.
I think I may do that. That's awesome. All right, and so basic controls are the same for most of the game. You get a couple of new abilities for attacking. I guess they tutorialize swinging with those statues that I just broke. So this is the save point that I was talking about. Basically, they're bonfires.
Oh, all right. Where's Floppy Cherub?
I thought that the cherub flew around it, but I may be misremembering. It's been about a year since I played this game, so I don't remember everything.
0 out of 10.
What's that?
0 out of 10.
0. Okay, so we got our potions back.
Oh, I bet that's a good guy. He seems like a nice fellow.
Whoops.
I like that they throw you right into a boss.
So a lot of people think this game is a Souls-like. I don't know if I personally agree with that, but it does have some traits that, you know, give people a reason to say that. Okay, so apparently my strategy of just being inside his hurt box is not a good one. Whoops.
I like that the bodies pop up every time you attack.
Okay, so he pulls up like that. He does hurt. Yeah, one of the best aspects of this game is its amazing pixel art.
It's really good.
Yeah, it looks like I can just face tank this boss, so I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Are there difficulty settings in this game?
No, not from the outset anyway. Some of the new content they added is New Game Plus, and I assume that it gets harder at that point.
What's he gonna do with that? No, jeez.
Our protagonist, folks. All right.
It just takes the ears off your skin.
That's what this is all about. Lore analysis, folks. This is all about the face.
Blasphemous. It's all about the face.
My impulsive need to break candles as I walk by them.
Well, yeah, hearts might come out.
Okay, so we learned a little bit about our main character there, that he is apparently out to get the blood of his enemies and put them inside his helmet. That is the only time that they show a cutscene like that, I think. And then there's this guy.
Regretful be the heart.
So, is this taking a talk?
Yeah.
The anguish of the eldest brother has now come to an end. I am Deo Gracias, witness to and narrator of the acts of the grievous miracle. Such is my penance, as yours is silence. The cradle of affliction is what you seek. This can be found in the mother of mothers of the churches. It is a remote place separated from the rest of these lands by a great sacred and forbidden door. Even a wise penitent like me knows nothing of what lies beyond those high walls. However, what I do know is that, according to the rule, one must carry out the 3 humiliations to gain access to what they guard. One of them must be performed in the high mountains, covered in thick blankets of snow and ice. Another in the depths of a dull, entombed church where the sleeper lies. And the last one at the end of the trail, carved by moans that claw their way out of an iron spiral. Take this thorn and place it on the handle of your sword. If, when the time comes, as you grip your weapon firmly, you notice that it wounds you and makes you bleed, having grown with more thorns sprouting from it, writhing over the figure of the Father carved into the knob, that will mean that you are at the mercy of the grievous miracle, whether for its punishment or its forgiveness.
Alright, so a bunch of tutorial stuff and also what the heck you're supposed to do. The game is kind of open world at this point, where you can go to any of those 3 bosses that he's talking about. And it's just like Dark Souls with the ringing the 2 bells. You just have to ring the 2, or you have to complete the tasks, and then the door opens that allows you to access further in the game. So you're going to say something.
Egregious expedition jump there.
But the thing about it was, it was mostly like what you're supposed to do oriented, and not necessarily what's happening. I do like that they explain the reason why the main character is teaching you how to parry here. Which is actually a very exploitable mechanic in this game, and once you get used to doing it. Oops.
Is that horse gonna be okay?
He's gonna get up, don't worry, and he's gonna put a cone head on his head and find all the other horses and put their blood in his helmet.
Oh jeez, there's another one.
But I do like that they explained the silent protagonist based off of that's his penitence.
Sure.
So, you know, thematic, even though it's a common trope. Okay, so we just got a prayer. Let's see. So prayers are, you use the, looks like L trigger, so it's spells, essentially. So unlike a Souls-like, you don't lose your currency like you do in a Souls-like. Instead, you lose your maximum mana, and then you gain less currency until you retrieve your corpse. So it's a little different.
I kind of like that.
I do too, except that I don't really use spells because they're not that useful, so it's not really a punishment for me. Oops, I have to get good again. It's been a while. The parry mechanic is, once you get good at it, is really just the best way to... Oh, there's the cherubim. That's right. They're collectibles.
Oh, alright. I'm glad they're still in the...
Children of Moonlight. It actually gets to the point where parrying is almost the main way of dispatching enemies, depending on... Like any of these guys that have shields, that's basically the best way to kill them.
Do you get other... Like, is there builds that you can do? Or is there just the one sword?
There is no answer to
no
our
builds.
plea. The miracle has forsaken us, and my ornate throne turns its back on those who wait here.
So random more exposition. I'm just going to turn your volume up just a little bit. There we go. Whoops.
This seems like a nice place.
Yeah. So one thing I would mention during the sound test, this is not a true Metroidvania. Right now it's just open world. You can go to any of the 3 bosses in any order, and you don't get any new powers that you require to go forward.
Sorrowful will be the heart, penitent one. Welcome to Albero.
sanctuary to this humble brotherhood of the Kissers of Wounds. Few remain
The what
here
now?
who can still employ it.
Kissers
But
of Wounds.
is my name. There are few of us who still care for the sick and ailing. With devout kisses, we bless the wounds of those who seek our protection. Thus both we and they remain at the mercy of the miracle. Time outside these walls passes by strangely. In sundowns we need not contemplate, but if your penance happens to carry you under set skies, be so kind as to bring us some ingredients for our ointments. The will in the miracle shall show you which ones they are.
So basically, it tells you the game's just going to tell you it's a quest item.
Roger.
And so these dove skulls, they also have a whole bunch of different... Oh, these are rosary beads, never mind. They also have collectibles that do nothing at all that you just collect. But rosary beads are like... So when you're asking about builds, and this is kind of what it is, but they give you like minor stat increases. As we get along through the game, you'll kind of see how it works, but you do only get one sword. It worked for Hollow Knight, so...
I guess that's true. I mean, you did get better swords.
Yes, and I can't remember if you get any damage increases in this game.
Penitent one, you who carry the painful guilt in your cracked hands. Lend it to us and alleviate our burden. Lend it to us and wipe away our tears. Because it is an act of penitence.
Okay, so every time you find these, actually I think these are what actually increase your damage. Yes, so every time you find one of these shrines, you can use them to spend your souls, essentially. I think it's sin. So this is kind of where your build comes in. You're eventually going to want all of these. Unfortunately, most of them aren't terribly useful. This, I think, is the best one. Let's see. Yeah, this is the best one. So I'm going to save up for it.
Oh, they're just moves.
Yeah, they're like different moves. So I'm gonna save up for that one, and we'll kind of learn what these are as we play, because eventually we'll be able to buy all of them. You'll notice that you have your first tier and so forth. I think so. This number here tells you how many of these Mea Culpa shrines you need to find in order to unlock the different layers of your sword. So, hopefully that answers your question about builds.
It does.
Is there one of these ladders that you can jump off of, so it's faster to just jump up the ladder? It's kind of fun, even if it doesn't totally make sense.
I wasn't seeing a whole lot of wound kissing going on in the background.
They're cuddling, see? Look at all that cuddling.
Wound cuddling.
One sec here. Okay, so that's a shortcut that you get later. So one thing that you'll learn later on is that this is, as I mentioned, not a Metroidvania, so you don't actually get any movement upgrades. Or not a true Metroidvania, I should say, as we played on the Metroidvania review. So most things you can get without any powers or without any relics.
The reach of the order of the true shrine. In this place, we gather the remains of those who were separated and forgotten, so we can grant them holy burial as our charitable rule prescribeth. Help us, these poor souls, O penitent one in silence. The order blesses you.
So they just kind of dump a whole bunch of fetch quests on you here, and that's you bring them all back to here. That's how it works. I don't think I can get that one. So there's an elevator that comes down. That's what that switch is. And I think that'll extend the jumping platform that I can use to access the cherub. I don't remember what the reward is for all the cherubs. I think you just get spells and stuff, which I never use, so...
Get baby magic?
Yep. And so we just got a finger, and this one does... I don't know. Oh wait, this is just a regular item. So this is one of those collectibles I was talking about that don't do anything, but you put them inside this weird room that you keep them in for some reason. Alright. So far our best interpretation of the lore is that we're trying to make our face pretty.
Oh yeah. That's a given. That doesn't seem like a very, efficient weapon.
This is like, it's really easy to create enemies when zombies are a popular enemy for a reason, and that's because they can use inefficient weapons without needing any explanation for a logical reason for them doing it. Oops.
That seems to be pretty good enemy variety.
Yeah. As I mentioned, the production values of the graphics are really one of the best things about this game. Oops. These guys don't even bother you doing anything to parry them enemies because getting past their shields is a real pain in the neck. I've heard somebody criticize the game for being too parry heavy.
It does slow down the pace of combat.
Yeah. But, as always, the bosses are the star, right? We'll find out about that in a bit.
If I remember correctly, they're very large. It is amazing. I smash things into your face.
That's great, I think. I think like Dark Souls. Whoops, there's a shockwave. I seem to remember being able to roll through enemies. And apparently my strategy is not working very well.
And rocking your sock.
Yeah. It unlocks a shortcut though, so if we end up dying, it's no big deal. I think that is a... I keep pushing the wrong button to get to my menu. Okay, so now when we break objects, we have a chance of getting souls. Has a very Diablo 1-esque vibe to it. You got the Spanish music, which was very prominent in Diablo. I think there might be a secret down here, yeah. By the way, how is the the lag?
I don't know. Hold on, let me, hang on a sec.
So I did some optimizing of the stream to see if I could...
Yeah, it seems to be better. I think I'm at about 3, maybe 4 seconds.
That's good. It's better than 15.
Oh man, you can stab him in the back. Or not.
I'm not really interested in fighting him.
Do you get anything for killing guys?
Oh yeah, it's just like Dark Souls where you get sin every time you fight.
Oh, alright.
So it is worth fighting them, but yeah, it's slow. It doesn't always feel worth it to me. Especially since I've learned from my first playthrough that not all the upgrades are really useful on the original playthrough. Again, once we beat the game, we'll be doing the post-game content that they added to the game. So,
So, did they say how much time has gone by since the miracle? Like, did this just happen?
I assume it's been happening for a while, and I assume that there was a civilization before it happened. Because you have this kingdom that's in ruins, assuming because of the miracle.
Did they explain what happened to all your drill head friends?
I don't remember that, so hopefully that's something we'll figure out. Just bypass the shield entirely. Ugh. Alright, we'll do it your way. Alright, so this is one of the other major criticisms of the game, and that's the platforming.
Not exactly tight.
So those spikes are instant death down there. I'm going up here because I remembered there was a... I always thought this was kind of cool. You can kind of stab your sword into the wall there. But I remember there was a save point up here, so I'm going to go down there to try and get that.
Do you think this would be a good place to create some sort of, like, olive grove or something?
Up in the snowy area?
Well, the name of that area was where the olive trees wither.
Oh, I actually didn't read the name of the area.
I've actually been enjoying the names of these places. They're a little over the top.
Okay, so
a
this
statue
is...
or a person? Oh, it's a statue. Okay.
Okay, so these are the relics that have like gives and takes. I don't remember what I need to... I think you can get that with a spell. Okay, so this one... boosts the blocking stand, increasing duration, but exposes... Okay, so when I do that, it's going to make the parry window longer, but then has a longer recovery time, I think is what it's trying to tell me. So in other words, I'm not going to use that one because I think my parry timing is fine. And I don't want to be even slower after I parry. It's an interesting tool.
Yeah, no, it's neat.
I think that it might be a crutch for players, though, because most likely you're going to find something else that's overall better for them.
Contrite and humiliated be the heart.
Whoa, that dude is not having a good day.
You stand before what remains of Gemino. Oh, do not fret for me. The cold is merciful, for it relieves our pain and numbs us before it leads us to our deaths. Perhaps the miracle the others spoke of has come to me, here in this iron tomb, lengthening distress more and more. To a promised land you direct your march, to the place where the frozen and the burning embrace in communion. Let me ask of you the favour of bringing me a few drops of the oils that once came out of these icy olive trees, the ones that ended up scorching the faces of every pious person who ever reached the summit. As my last wish, before it is too late for me, let me feel that pain. Take this.
And I think you can fail this quest.
Become another branch of this withered olive tree. Hurry up, I can still hear the call.
So this is the route I ended up going my first time through the game as well.
Wait, so he wants olive oil so he can smear it on his face and then light it on fire?
I think that's what he says, that it burns, and I assume that olive oil doesn't burn without, like, I know olive oil is not acidic. I mean, acidic. I've eaten olive oil, so I'm pretty sure they burn it afterwards.
Apparently, yes, you can definitely miss it.
Did you just look that up?
Yeah, no, Evil Genius 78.
Oh. Yes, I'm pretty sure it was a... I wanted to try a different route this time, and welcome, Evil Genius. On this playthrough. I can't remember what this is for. There's a quest involved with it. I think it may have something to do with the olive oil thing that we just looked at. But yes, I took the upper path my first time. I think it's one of the harder bosses too, ironically.
This is a pretty game.
It very much is. Alright, These guys just stun lock to death, so they're pretty easy. So you kind of want to be thorough, because this game doesn't really have ability upgrades. It does all of its gating through sort of like adventure game keys. I hate these things. See ya. We have enough money to buy that sword upgrade that's really important. We don't want to stand here anymore. Nope. Oh, he got me. Oh, now we can see what happens when we die. I have to remind myself that I like how it's like, dodge! Congratulations, you died. Now, here's how you dodge.
You want to die less?
Just remember, you can avoid attacks.
Hey man, you got me. Oh, okay, bye.
Take that guy out. Okay. So another reason why people might compare this to Souls-like games is that you kind of... One of the best ways to get through is to kind of address enemies one at a time and clear the area out. But as you can see, I mean, I have all my currency. I'm not saying that that's a requirement for Souls-like games. But it's just it's a different focus.
I mean, would you say it's closer to a Souls-like than a Metroidvania?
I don't know. Honestly. It's one of those genre definition things. I mean, if you want to call it either, that's fine. Oh my gosh. I think that it's more than appropriate to look at this game. Oops. Okay, I think we're in the clear to actually heal. Because when you
got a lot harder.
Yeah. As you get further in the game, it feels more and more like a Castlevania game in the sense that you do a lot of exploration in an area that feels like a Castlevania. The biggest sticking point is the lack of ability gain, which is important. This part always kills me.
If they keep up the pace of introducing new enemies, I'll be very impressed.
I think they do all the way to the end. I just skipped the tutorial on the accumulation of guilt, but basically it was saying if you look at my mana bar there, you'll see like a little leather strap around the edge of it. That's what I was...
that's flopping off.
Yeah, so every time you... I don't even have an excuse for that one.
So what happens now? Because you died and then you died again. So where is your body?
So unlike Souls-like games, dying twice does not remove your souls. So I can go back to both locations and get my souls back, or get my guilt back. It's also really easy to just absolve your sins. There's these statues that cost a very small amount of sin to use.
Wait a minute. Okay. I'm picking up another lesson here. So what he's trying to tell you through these mechanics are that death does not absolve you of your sin. It stays on you. So what he's saying is, don't kill yourself over sin-related things.
Well, maybe.
Or it's just a game mechanic. One of them.
All right, we're not doing as well as I'd like here.
I think you need to deal with these two hopper ladies before you try to climb up there.
They're kind of a pain in the neck, though. They take, I think, 4 hits to kill, at least with the power level that we have right now.
As soon as you hold still, they both hit you.
Yeah, it's really I just need to get good. That's always my problem, right? It's okay. We're getting better. It has been a while since I played this, so it will take a minute to get used to it again. The nice thing about... repeating over and over again here is that because you don't lose any currency when you die, I'm accumulating a lot of currency as we go. This challenge is really just a matter of memorizing the level design and where I can stand and can get out of here. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had that problem where they... So sometimes your body is in an unreachable area, or at least it used to be that case. I don't know if the patch fixed that. I don't know if that ever happened to me. There were a lot of times that I was exploring an area and I died, and I just went and absolved my sins in a statue because I just didn't feel like getting my body back. So it's possible that I had situations where I did lose my body permanently. I just didn't realize it because I didn't bother to get it in the first place.
And I just realized the turrets show up at the save point when you get the spawn. That's when they show up at the save point.
Okay, that's what I was remembering then. Alright, well you may be right. Maybe I should take these guys out. I don't think I have to take her out because she's stuck on this platform, but... These ones... maybe... Yeah, they take 4 hits. I think I need to at least take out her.
Yeah. This is going much more smoothly.
Yeah. See a fish lady.
A tree lady. Those are tree ladies. That's why she can go underground.
These bearded bomb ladies are just the biggest, biggest terror. Oops. They take so many hits to kill. Oops.
I'll say, it seems like they are an equal opportunity enemy maker when it comes to gender, because it must be unusual for there to be this many like zombie enemies that are female, because it stands out here.
It's interesting that you bring that up because you'd think that in a normal population you would have, you know, around a 50-50, if not more, women in a zombie situation.
Yeah, and yet it seems most of the time in games you see zombies are just dudes.
I think it's just because in most cultures there's a taboo against attacking women in general.
If they're trying to om-nom my face...
Right, but then, you know, somebody does zombie children, then all of a sudden, okay, we got what we need from here. I don't think there's anything beneath.
Trying to om-nom my face. I'm starting to pick up things go bad when in your head you go, hey, I'm not going to kill these guys, and then you die.
Like I said, like in Dark Souls, you usually have an easier time if you address enemies one at a time. So it's not really the best design for my normal impatient playing, and I'll learn eventually. But of course, I'm going to continue to try and do things quickly, because that's just the way I play. But eventually I'll get better at, you know, actually executing that plan.
The game punishing your hubris.
Yes. Not the best place to stand. So I like enemies like this a lot. They are way more interesting than the ones you just parry over and over again.
Yeah, no, this is good.
Where'd the other one go? Oh. Did I kill him?
I like the guy who actually whips himself as part of his like cycle animation.
Yep, graphics and atmosphere, the best parts of this game. It's interesting to me when I have to, you know, weave around attacks and dodge and stuff. I really probably shouldn't go after this again, just because this place is probably going to kill me again. But we're going to try anyway.
One person at a time. What is the floating bell ring? Oh, okay.
Where is my... There it is. Okay, I knew I was going to die again. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and use a statue at this point. I got the item from that area, so I'm not worried about it.
I think you actually died in the same exact place. I think you...
Yeah, that area is a little bit rough. Good challenge, though.
Well, this guy's like, come on, man, just give me some oil.
Alright, I got this. First session is just me learning how to play the game again. Eventually I'll level up and pretend that it was skill.
I am thoroughly enjoying this.
That's good. Oh, come on.
Yeah, those are totally roots. Those are earth mermaids.
Like I said, I think this route may be the hardest route. Those guys die in 3. You can hit those things out of the air with your head, apparently.
Yeah, those bomb people mess you up.
Yeah, they're rough. I don't think they ever stop being rough. Okay, I think there might be a save point through this doorway here. It's funny how I can remember things like that. I think if I keep going left here, there's a shortcut that leads to... oh yeah, there's the shops here. It's another place to spend sin.
What I am offering you here is as lustrous as the fair star of the night, and may my eyes be blinded if I'm lying.
She just wants to be like her torn bridal ribbon. I think we need this for a quest later, but we're gonna go back and use.
What I am offering you here, and may my.
She says the same thing on each one.
Imagine walking into a shop and that's what the shopkeeper says.
This is a precious treasure to me.
The middle-aged lady at Walmart is just like, this is a precious treasure to me. Its value goes far beyond what I asked for.
If I'm trying to deceive you.
Can I just buy my hat, please?
Okay, so this just increases defense. Holy crap, 5,000, jeesh. Alright, let's, I think there's a shortcut over here, so we're gonna go and fall down the cliff, apparently. I think the statue's over here. Oh, this is where you get the Immaculate Bead. So, 400 guilt. I guess it's guilt, not sin. Unworthy, it's called sin. It's funny that there was 2 games that kind of use the same theming of sin and penitence that came out.
I'm actually surprised there aren't more games that are themed around, like, the Inquisition.
Whoops. Unworthy, I wouldn't say it's around the Inquisition. Like, this is the one that specifically uses this, the kind of the Spanish iconography.
Although they don't come right out and call it Christianity. Like, there's no crosses anywhere.
No. It just looks a lot like that. And I kind of wonder if I understood more about this era and, you know, the kind of the beliefs that went along with it, if I would understand what the story is trying to say better. Okay, so this is the best move you can unlock. It lets you dodge and attack at the same time. And there are too many bosses where that is just the best thing to do. So we definitely want to pick that up now. I just need to get good at using it again.
Baby. You're not gonna go get the baby?
Oh, not that baby. If I jump down there right now, I'll die.
Oh, there's fall damage?
So, sort of. Pits like that, you will die if you fall down it. Like it acts like a bottomless pit.
Oh, alright.
However, spoiler alert, there's a relic later on that prevents that. And you just keep falling. So as I mentioned, you don't get new movement abilities, but you get these relics that affect the environment around you in specific ways. I think the falling ability is the only one you can really call a movement ability. But like one of them makes it so platforms appear out of blood that kind of hovers in the air. Right, back to parry enemies. I hate these things. Cool looking.
Very cool looking.
But if you're not paying attention, you're going to get hit by them.
Like the giant crying statue in the background.
So these guys especially just tear me apart. You have to pay really close attention to them and not allow them to dash. Yeah, the crying lady in the background is really cool. Let's see, where are we going? We'll keep going this way, I guess. Whoops. Dashing into this guy isn't the best idea. I actually really like the wall climbing mechanic in this game.
Yeah, it, I don't know, it feels more tactile.
Whoops. Yeah, you actually have to attack the wall to get it to trigger, too. I can't remember if I can get this. We're going to try anyway. And the worst thing that can happen is they have to repeat. Oops. No, luckily we lured him down here. Just out of curiosity, are you able to see the Steam pop-ups on the stream?
Nope. I haven't noticed any.
Okay, good. I mean, I haven't tested that before, so I didn't know whether or not. Any game that is related to Metroidvania I follow, so I get a lot of like event notifications.
Oh, right.
So you see that thing on the wall over there? That can turn into a platform if you have the right relic equipped.
Oh, alright.
We have the wind blowing on me here, so it's throwing off my platforming. There we go. But you kind of need it to get across here. So that's the gimmick in this area. Now it's blowing that way.
Is this an Adult Swim game?
Team 17 published it. Team 17's the Worms people.
Oh, yeah.
They also published Yoku's Island Express, so they're kind of... And they have a new one. They have a new one coming as well, so they're kind of like really doing Metroidvania style games lately. I don't remember the name of the new one. I think you control multiple characters in it. Oh, I accidentally opened a gateway. Good. These are good.
Oh, and by the way, just because I've been following it and I'm excited, Noita is coming out of early access on the 15th.
Nice. That's the Environmental Station Alpha. One of the developers of it is the Environmental Station Alpha guy.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Whoop. I don't know why I was pushing up there. I think I need to be paying attention to the wind is what my problem was. You can't swing down like you can in Hollow Knight, so when they're underneath you like that, you're kind of helpless to hurt them.
No downward thrust? That's heinous.
Nope, no downward thrust. That means no pogo jumping either. Oh.
I wonder what came first, Zelda 2 or DuckTales?
I think Zelda 2, and the only reason why I say that is because DuckTales has a much better graphical style. But that could just be Capcom's finesse. Like, Zelda 2 strikes me as one of the earlier Nintendo games before Mario 3 when they really stepped up their game.
Sure.
Piece of tombstone. Is that equipable? I think I want to keep this one equipped.
Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link was 1987.
It's not really all that useful. Okay, so that's fall resistance. 1987, you said?
Yep. And, oh yeah, DuckTales was 1989, so 2 years later.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I think DuckTales came out pretty close to the end of the NES life cycle.
The end of the...
Sister of mine, as I foretold you, someone is heading towards the Forbidden Gate. Someone who seeks the purge and excommunication of all that is sacred and rests there. No, no, do not place your doubts on me. I am ready.
So this is one of two characters that are trying to stop you from finishing your pilgrimage. So apparently people disagree about the interpretation of what is penitence and what is not. Because we had that weird vine-faced dude at the beginning who was totally out to help you.
Yeah.
When they flash red like that, you can do an execute command. I'll try and do as many of those as I can, but usually I'm still slashing when I realize it's happening. Alright, we're making good progress. Let's see if we can get a boss in before we need to end the stream.
Got about 35 minutes.
Yep. This is the place where they like to dump lava down the chutes.
Oh, yeah. Are there spinning buzzsaws in this game?
I think so. At some point.
Excellent.
So that makes it a Metroidvania for sure, right?
Oh yeah, that's confirmed.
This magic's just not powerful enough. Yeah, you kill her and then the lava spilling stops. You got Fleeman. Which I'm not addressing very well. But we can always just exploit hitboxes. I don't think I can actually hit her.
It was a little odd. It's because he was crouched down. He screwed up.
It must have been, he was too close to the ground. Whoops. So they apparently have improved the platforming with the patch. I never really felt it was terrible myself. And since it's been a year, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to discern like what the major differences are.
Yeah, the two. I mean, do you remember the platforming feeling floppy before?
There are a lot of situations where you'll just die because some of the spikes are instant death, so that may have been the entirety of what they were complaining about. You know, as a Mega Man player, spikes killing you is not really something that is foreign to me.
No, but if you have instant death spikes, the controls need to be spot on perfect.
I agree. Oops. Wow. Just touching that thing was apparently enough to do me in. That's another thing that comes up often is opinions on what is bad game design, one of them being contact damage. Is contact damage in general bad game design? Okay, time to get good. Let's try and get through this without using any potions. Okay, we're not off to a great start by running into that. This is interesting because it like acts like it has... Okay, that's what it does. Yeah, I don't think we need to kill her. She doesn't affect other screens, so...
She's doing her job.
Yeah. Just leave her alone. Not everybody needs to die for their sins.
Someone needs to pour the molten metal.
Yeah. I don't want to like break the economy around here.
She's probably melting down all those Conehead helmets.
That's what it is. Mass producing them. I wouldn't have a job if it weren't for these guys.
Job creators.
Don't. So this is one of those situations where one of the abilities you can unlock is... Oh, I could just drop down from there. One of the abilities you can unlock is a like a plunging attack.
Oh, so there is a downward attack.
Yes, but you have to unlock it. That is one situation when... Yeah, but it's not like a pogo jump. It's more like a ground pound.
Oh, alright.
I would like to not fight you in front of the lava that blocks your telegraphs. How are you not dead? 7 hits, I think. Really need to upgrade my sword, apparently. You have to pay close attention. This is one of those games that has a lot of hidden passageways, hidden with walls. Okay, so they always open up with a fire breath. Trying to run off the screen here. Alright. Just have to be more careful, more patient. Oops. She still got me. Fire is always dangerous because it has that lingering hitbox. What's that?
And it only makes sense. You can hit her through the platform, she should be able to hit you through the platform.
I guess that's true. So I don't think that every level is necessarily environmental storytelling. Clearly this lava doesn't serve any practical purpose.
Yeah, I mean, it would make more sense if there were, like, weapons piled up in the background or something.
Or, staying within the theme of the game, maybe people underneath being burned by the fire.
Yeah.
And I think this is just another worthless collectible, yeah. Not worthless, useless, I'll put it that way. To some people it might have value.
I have never understood collectibles that don't give you anything in game.
Well, that's what like the entire 3D Mario series is based on.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. But
when you're playing a Metroidvania game, you kind of want to...
If it's side content, there should be a reason to do it. If it's the actual game, then yeah. Most of the time collecting collectibles isn't actually fun. In Mario it is, because that's the actual game.
In Mario, it's basically the same thing as the flag at the end of the level.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we just unlocked the shortcut, so that's good. I think that's what this leads back to the first area. Chunk. All right. You have to pay close attention because you definitely want things like... It's always nice when you get a shortcut that leads you behind enemies. It's fun to... Enemies that gave you trouble before, you can exploit the fact that you're coming at them at a different angle than you did before. Can I hurt this lady off the ladder? I think I might. I think I'll try and kill her that way because it's safer. I actually don't think I can go anywhere this direction. look at the map. Okay, so... Oh, okay. Where we were is actually where we want to be, so we didn't need to be here at all. This poison here, you get an item later on that lets you breathe poison, so... Which I guess you could count that as a movement upgrade. I have to be very careful how I phrase that. When I say it's not a Metroidvania, I mean it's not a traditional Metroidvania. There are aspects that you could definitely say are Metroidvania-like.
I get back to what we've already discussed, the issues with trying to place absolute titles on things.
Right. In the defense of not calling this a Metroidvania, the developers insisted it was not during development. But of course, you know, as soon as the media got a hold of it, everybody said it was a Metroidvania Souls-like. Where's my body? Oh, that didn't count for some reason. Okay, well, I'm okay with that. Although now we have no potions. Let's see how far we can get. These flea men are really a pain. They only take 2 hits to kill though, so they're not really a big deal. These guys just brutalize me.
Quick attack.
Like, it's hard to counterattack them because it immediately puts you in the line of sight of their laser. Come on. Oof. No way.
You ain't afraid of no ghost.
Come on. What the? It's like I suddenly can't hit her anymore.
She stood up straight.
What happened? That's weird. I don't think there's anything up here except maybe items.
Can you hit them through the floor?
Alright, get the flea man over here. Oh gosh, now I'm dead. Those ladies are brutal. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be taking away my,
I think this is the toughest game you've played on stream yet.
You think so?
I think.
I think that the Environmental Station Alpha was tougher in parts.
Well, man.
This may be the one I've died the most on. Whoops. Okay, as long as I hit her before she fires, that's the trick. As long as I hit her when she appears, she does not fire her laser.
After her aggressively.
Yeah. This is also the hardest part of the game, starting out. Like once you start collecting things like potions and life ups.
So again, much like Dark Souls.
True. Oh, actually, lost guilt that time. It's like you get like a grace period or something. Or I've been ruining my pearl, one of the two. Yep, there it goes. So remember that nice white pearl that I put on? That's what was protecting me from getting hurt. And now it's black, and now it's not giving me...
Been good?
Yeah. You really need like a wide open space to take these ghosts on.
Yeah, it looks like the ghost has a few too many hit points, considering how much damage they do, how aggressively they attack. Like, it seems like she's supposed to be a glass cannon, but she's not glass, she's made of like steel.
Steel cannon. That's how I like my cannons, I don't know about you.
I mean, they are more effective cannons.
I love the phrase glass cannon. It's like one of those things that would never happen.
I think the Mythbusters made a ice cannon once.
That's interesting. Hey, when you get your guilt back, you recover hit points, I think. That's cool. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. That was something about...
your magic spell in that situation might have killed that flame.
That's true. I should probably try to use magic more often. There's really no reason not to. Okay, when she appears that far away, don't even bother. I don't know why I was worried about the flea man. Okay. I have to play defensively with these ghosts. Okay, I think we're getting better at it.
Well, yeah, you killed her and she didn't kill you.
It's true. That is better. And then the fleeman kills me. I'm gonna keep going left. We tried to go up last time. Let's try going left. Did I just aggro 2 ghosts?
Yep. Wait. Maybe not.
Ooh, that was close.
Although if you kill this one, you get to immediately kill another one.
Oh no! Nah, that wasn't fair. Didn't hit off screen like that. Not so good.
Yeah, that's weak.
But to be fair, in defense of the game, I knew she was there, so...
You can snap those attacks off fast, man.
Yeah, let's go down. We'll try somewhere else. Oh, this is a poison room. Can't go in there. Let's go right. I think there might be a shortcut.
How does that nun have higher constitution than you?
I don't know. That's part of her penance. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 10 kilometers.
Suck down a bunch of poison.
Oh, right. Yeah, there we go. Got a shortcut. And I do not remember how to open that. Down we go. I don't know where we are. But I do know we can do this. Oh, I know where we are. Alright, got our guilt back. Let's go buy some things. Actually, let's go buy upgrades to the Mycopa. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only way to get that cherub without dying is... I think if you die while getting it, you get to keep it. Eventually you get fast traveling, so I don't have to necessarily walk back through shortcuts. But level design where you have shortcuts like this is always interesting.
Yeah, no, always appreciate that.
Plunge attack's good. This is a charge attack. I haven't really found a lot of... Oh, here we go. This is important. Combo attack. And that's all we can afford. Alright, so now we can do that. The problem is you can see how long it takes to execute it, which makes it limited in its use. So I think we need to explore the mountain peak. I don't know if we're going to make it to a boss before time's up, but...
Alright.
I think we need to...
More bosses for later.
That's true. Let's see, so there's the 3 starting bosses, and I think there's 3 more past that point, and then there's a couple of secret bosses. So overall, I think there's probably about 12 bosses in this game, maybe?
This isn't going to mess up that guy's quest, is it? the oil guy?
That's actually what I was going to do next, since we seem to be having a little trouble. Because I figured we could explore this area a little bit more, because I think his oil is somewhere in the Peaks area, not necessarily up in the Covenant area. And I could be wrong on that. Without looking it up, I won't know, but I don't think it would hurt to explore a little bit. So,
Yeah, sure.
and this is where
15 minutes it looks like.
Yeah, just about. So this is where my feeling that this falls a little bit more into the Metroidvania category comes from, is that exploration is such an important part of this game, and doing it feels very Castlevania-like.
Yeah, it does.
I think we can go down here. I don't think we can do it without the item, though.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, we're taking a lot more risks than I probably should. Like, just one more potion would do a lot of good, I think. And I think there might be one hidden in these mountains, so... Okay, so we've been to the right, so let's go left. Where'd you come from? You broke the contract. Alright, let's see what's in here. More level, looks like. So one cool thing about getting that item that lets you fall down pits is that all of a sudden every pit that you've seen becomes a
door.
A door that you want to explore, yeah. That area was too narrow. I didn't want to get pushed off the edge by parrying him. Ouch. Oh no!
Well, that stunk. He turbo killed you.
Down we go. Whoops. So taking everything, overanalyzing everything, and looking at it as environmental storytelling, what do you think the story is behind these guys carrying the sepulchers up in the mountains here? Oops. Now, obviously... Go ahead.
Aren't those statues? Because they break all apart like stone. I don't think that's an actual person.
So you think they're just animated statues?
I think that is because often coffins like that have a statue on top. I think the statue is carrying its coffin.
Interesting.
Of course, it could just be a human being that got turned into a statue. It sounds like that can totally happen in this world.
Right. You had that guy saying that his arm was going to become a branch of that tree. Now, whether he's speaking figuratively or not...
Well, they said in the opening that people can be cursed by getting turned into, like, plants and stuff. So.
Whoops. You're just not in a good angle for me to fight you. Okay, see you later. It's fine. Gotta be careful with that wind. Oh yeah, I have my fourth strike on my combo now. Gotta use that more often. Let's get out of here. Okay. Gotta wait till the wind's blowing favorably before I try and move across this. I have to wait for the wind to blow favorably and also for him to not be in my way. Ow, like that. So I think I just got knocked off this edge. It goes by the wall over there. Yo, I did it again, twice. Oh gosh! For some reason, I thought that I could grab that ledge.
Oh, you survived only to kill yourself.
Yes. This is the death stream. I promise I won't die as much going through this. I think it only took me 8 hours to beat this game, so obviously I had to get good at some point.
Maybe the game's just real short.
It's actually only a 3-hour game. It just took an extra 5 hours of dying. Some games are like that.
True.
Okay. Not a good time to do that. Okay, if I can get in that fourth strike, that does a lot of damage. The problem with basing your combat around combos like that is you kind of are required then to have enemies that stay still long enough for you to pull it off. Like recently I played Castlevania Lament of the Innocents. Lament of Innocence. I can't remember what it's the exact. Anyway, the PS2 game. And that was the problem that game had, was that like all of your coolest abilities were combos, but the enemies didn't always cooperate.
They don't hold still long enough to actually pull off a combo.
Right. Like in this situation, I can't safely do a 4 combo without heavily risking my getting hit. Okay, I think this is what we're looking for.
You can stun lock some enemies.
I think that just heals you for money. I want to say there's something else that those things do, but yeah, some enemies you can, but that doesn't help you on bosses, and that was the biggest. Like in Lament of the Innocents, it's the most fun fighting regular enemies because you can stun lock all of them. But as soon as you get to a boss, it's like, okay, well,
totally different playstyle.
Might as well not even have this ability at that point, you know. Leap of faith? Leap of faith. And that was probably a waste of time. Nope, there's the item that I was looking for. Muted bell. What does the muted bell do? Protects you from magic attacks. Let's put that on. Alright, how are we looking here? I want to explore over here just a little bit more. Oh! The wind just throws me. Whoa, what is going on? It kind of like flew over that platform. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's almost like it didn't register.
Yeah, that was weird. Well, if that was what people were complaining about with the platforming, it's apparently not fixed. I think I just missed it is all.
I would see how that could get frustrating. Yeah, I think you just clipped it.
Yeah, I think I just barely clipped it. Okay, so there's an item back here. That's what we're after.
Use your magic.
That's true. We should. Nope. Apparently these guys are immune to it. Wow, it destroys those wall things, though. Maybe I should use that more often.
Yeah, that wrecked that wall.
Oh, I guess it did hurt him because he went down pretty quick. Yeah, I need to use my magic more often. Can't complain about magic being useless if I don't try to use it. This way. I don't want to get knocked off the edge. Oops, no! That's exactly what happened.
I can call it.
I got greedy with my attacks. We can get back to that spot more easily. Let's. I'm not sure which direction's easier, actually. What I'm really hoping for is a potion upgrade or something, which I thought that's what that healing thing was. But apparently I misremembered what that was. And now I don't have enough magic to... Oh, okay, don't get greedy. Anyway, when we get to the bosses, we can talk more about how they're designed, but from what I remember, that was the biggest issue I had with them, was that it didn't feel like they fit in with your moveset as well as they could have.
Sure. It's a tough thing to balance.
Yeah, it is. The game is 10% mechanics and 90% level design. So we didn't get either of these items. I don't think they're going to be anything that's going to be terribly useful. Maybe we should try going for them. Alright, wait for the wind to blow and go for it. Oh, that was risky. Oh, good. That is exactly what I was looking for.
Oh, sweet. It almost seems like the other collectibles are almost a way to kind of hide the useful collectibles from the not useful collectibles, so you have to go for all of them.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Oops. Wait for the wind to blow favorably. Okay, try and get this one. And I think in order for this bile vessel to actually work, I have to take it back to that pool. Hey, Silverant.
We are blaspheming.
Oh gosh. It's a little bit of rhythm there. We will rock you. Okay, so to the left here is where I want to be. I think I can use that to upgrade my bile vessel that I just got. Oh gosh. Where is that? Yeah, if you have magic, that's the way to go with those guys.
Yeah, because it hits them down below and then it hits them all the way up the wall.
Where's that entrance? Oh.
You ever get like ranged items that you can like throw? Because that looks like it's lined up where you can throw something at it.
Yeah, I think that's how you have to get that. You get some kind of range attack. There we go. See, now I have 3 bile vessels, so that'll help when we actually go fight a boss.
All falling into place.
It's worth exploring. That is the moral of the story. Don't fall too far. This leads up to an area that we've been before. I'm looking at the map, and it looks like... So, I don't think that the oil is going to be in the mountain area, but we did get the bile vessel, so that'll help a lot. Even just sustaining ourselves between bonfires, so... I think that'll be good. So I think
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
make our way back to the save point, and then we'll call it for the week.
Progress.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't. So we're gonna play through the game normally first. I think all of the update stuff is in New Game Plus, is what I've heard. So we're gonna play the game normally first, just to give context, and so I can get good again. Because jumping straight into New Game Plus seems like a bad idea after a year of not playing.
It'd be a bit of a challenge.
I'm liking that.
See, magic is warming up. Uh-oh. Too good.
As long as they stay together, it's no big deal. Alright, wind. Come on. Blow the other direction. I think there might be a secret up there. Let's have to find out. Did we already get like an item off of that cliff? I don't remember. Like last time we were over here.
Yeah, I think it was like Bone of the Redeemer or something like that.
Wow, you even remember what item it was. It's good memory. So I actually I haven't seen any of the changes yet so far. Well, we've discovered that magic's really good on the those wall enemies. Not very good on these guys.
I wonder if their pot blocks the damage.
So we haven't got... I don't know, maybe.
No, you
They just take a
clearly
ton
don't.
of hits. We haven't gotten far enough to know how much the changes affect things. So far the game feels pretty much the same. So I don't know if major mechanics have changed. That room's poisonous, that's why we didn't go in there. I wonder if it's worth trying to, just real quick since we have like 4 minutes left, I'm going to try something and then we'll call it.
You know, jump off a platform and aim your cone head down and see if you stick in the ground.
These guys are going to kill me. I might make it.
Seeing if you can tank the poison.
I did.
Nice.
Piece of a golden mask. I don't know what that's for, but we're going to find out next time, I guess.
Next time on Blasphemous.
Next time on Blasphemous. I will probably load up the game and absolve this sin before we start again next time. But that is Blasphemous Part 1. And next time, hopefully, we'll make a lot more progress. As we get further in the game and get more potions and stuff, it'll go a lot faster. Because I won't be as bad. But thank you for joining, and we'll see you next week.